Hello! So for today's video, we're going to present the financial analysis of Union Bank. So first, let me define the Union Bank. So Union Bank of the Philippines Incorporation, more commonly known as Union Bank, it is one of the universal banks in the Philippines and the ninth largest banks in the country by assets. Union Bank is a joint consortium among the Aboitiz Group, Insular Life and Society Security System. So in this financial analysis, we, the analysts of this paper, will cater year 2020, 2019, and 2021 financial performance of the said bank with the help of their financial reports and analyze it using various analysis methods, as well as this analysis will showcase Union Bank's historical background, organizational structure, products and services, company highlights, and financial performance. So, it has been emphasized in this analysis how the financial statements of the company could be analyzed. So this analysis used horizontal, vertical, and ratio analysis to the exhibit of the banks. Performance over their 3 years of operation. Our team seeks to know and understand how the bank's performance over their 3 years operation in line of what our team was analyzing. We have found that UBP's assets are remarkably increasing over the years of their operation. And in terms of their liabilities, UBP have managed to increase it gradually, as well as their equity, as they were able to maximize the use of their assets and provide great services to their customers. We have also found that trading and investment securities and deposit liabilities are the ones that are well financing in the bank. And we have also found that trading and deposit liabilities are the ones that are well financing the bank to run their day-to-day operation, which takes us to conclude that UBP is effectively relying on trading and investment securities as well as on customers' deposits. So next is the product and services of the Union Bank. So UBP of the Philippines offers a range of commercial banking products and services such as loans and deposit, cash management, retail banking, foreign exchange, capital markets, corporate and consumer finance, investing management, and trust banking. So account and deposit services of the UBP is savings, checking, time deposit, card products, debit cards, credit cards, as well as prepaid cards. So, lending solutions for home, motor, personal requirements, businesses, mortgages, and corporates. So, UBP of the Philippines has also provides supply chains financing, insurance solution, foreign exchange, cash management, treasury services, financial markets, remittance, online and mobile banking, corporate advisory, project finance, and syndicated lending. So Union Bank of the Philippines offers investment and trust solution which comprise UIT funds, investment management, estate planning solution management, and electronic banking and bank insurance. So let's proceed to the company highlights of the UBP. So these are what happened to them during the pandemic. So it will be discussed the significant event during the pandemic. So during the pandemic in 2020, Union Bank recognized higher provisions in the first quarter of the year in anticipation of the potential impact of COVID-19 on the bank's credit portfolio. So with this, provision for loan losses increased by 7.6 to 1.3 billion versus 174.6 million in the previous year. So, Union Bank is committed to support the economy and its customers by ensuring access to to a year. So Union Bank, they have committed to access liquidity and other financial needs amid this crisis. The branches remain open to the public and our digital channels are highly accessible. We encourage everyone to bank from home and take advantage of the features of our Union Bank online app such as digital account opening, online check deposits, fund transfer, and remittance to partner outlets. Union Bank of the Philippines deeply thankful to all Union Bank frontliners and employee operating the bank from home who ensure that we deliver full banking services to our customer during these trying times. So let's proceed on the Union Bank moving from resilience to renaissance. So the pandemic has undoubtedly accelerated digital transformation globally and across all sectors, prompting businesses and economies to make an abrupt pivot to ride this unprecedented wave of changes. So some businesses, however, are fortunately well positioned to go digital even prior to the changes to the onset of the pandemic. So enabling them to quickly adapt to the new normal, UBP is for one was able to surpass challenging 2020 with a strong performance owing to its digital transformation strategy. The Abutay's lead UBP said it posted a net income of 11.6 billion in 2020, translating to a return on equity of 11.5%, which was significantly higher than the industry average of 6.6%. On top of that, it was still able to set aside credit services due to COVID-19. So, because of the pandemic, there are a lot of changes that UBP has made. They didn't go bankrupt, but they have a surprising transformation in their strategy of the operation in the UBP. So, by the Asset AAA, holding the distinction of being the first and only Philippine bank to receive the award 4 years in a row. Next is it will be further discussed by Mr. Nixon Cabitan. That's all, and thank you.
In this financial analysis, we have gathered financial reports of Union Bank of the Philippines from their 3 consecutive years of operation, year 2019 to 2021. We have here the presentment of financial statements, the comparative statement of financial position, statement of income, and statement of cash flow. As our team have analyzed these financial statements using horizontal analysis, vertical analysis, and ratio analysis, we have found that Union Bank of the Philippines is progressively increasing their total assets over 3 consecutive years of operation. Using horizontal analysis, comparing the Union Bank's statement of financial position of the year 2019 and 2020, we have found that Union Bank's total assets increased by 0.47% from 770.7 million to 774.4 million due to an increase in their current assets as well as to their trading and investment securities section during these years. With regards to their total liabilities, it had decreased by 0.52% due to a decrease in bills payables and other liabilities, which is a good sign since they have managed to lessen their liabilities, but their savings sections under deposit liabilities have also declined, which means savers in UBP have also dropped down. While in their total equity, it had increased by 6.79% from 98 million to 105.1 million due to an increase in common stocks and additional paid-in capital, surplus fee, and non-controlling interest. Jumping to another comparison of the year 2020 and 2021 using the same financial statement, we have found in our analysis that UBP's total assets have increased as well by 6.81% from 774.4 million to 831 million due to an increase in their trading and investment securities and loan and other receivable section. Total liabilities have also increased by 6.9% due to a remarkable increase in their deposit liabilities, which means that they are gaining more depositors than the previous years. In their total equity, it had significant increase of 6.29% of difference amounting to 7 million from 2020 to 2021 due to an increase in their capital funds. Aside from statement of financial position, we have also used statement of income to be analyzed in this analysis. By comparing UBP's statement of income of the year 2019 and 2020, we have found that UBP's net profit in 2020 have dropped drastically from 14 million down to 11.5 million. According to our analysis, UBP's interest income of investment securities at amortized cost and FVOCI have decreased from 9.4 million to 8 million. And interbank loans receivable decreased from 247,000 to 95,000, as well as to their other income, which have decreased from 14.3 million to 13.3 million. These items are probably the most reason why net income of UBP have decreased during these years. On the other hand, in the comparison of year 2020 and 2021, using the same statement of income, we have found that during these years, net profit of Union Bank have been increased by 8.08% from 11.5 million to 12.5 million, which is a significant increase for UBP. Although their interest income have slightly decreased, their interest expense on deposit liabilities and bills payable and other liabilities have also notably decreased, with a difference amounting to 3.3 million. Which means that the decrease on their interest expenses surpassed the decrease on their interest income. That drives their net profit to hike up. Using vertical analysis in these financial statements have also helped us perceive the items that are significant of the changes of performance in Union Bank. By analyzing the statement of financial position of Union Bank's 3 consecutive years of operation, it turns out that UBP's total assets have constantly increased over the years from 770.7 million in 2019 up to 831 million in 2021. Their loans and other receivables have the highest rate among all other items over these 3 years of operation. It had secured a 51% of the total assets in year 2019, 43.84% in 2020, and 43.29% in 2021. Total liabilities of UBP has always been the highest rate in overall assets. In year 2019, UBP's total liabilities have secured a whopping 672.7 million, 669.3 million in 2020, and 718.8 million in 2021, reaching up to more than 80% of the total assets over the years of their operation, all because of the progressive increase in their deposit liabilities. Equity on the other hand had only secured 12.72% of the total assets in year 2019 and 13.5% in 2020 and 2021. It may be a bit of small percentage of the overall assets, yet still gradually increasing over the years of their operation, unlike the liabilities that almost cover the whole assets of the bank. But let's keep in mind that it is the nature of a universal bank. Another financial statement that we have conducted a vertical analysis is the statement of income. According to our analysis, we have found out that loans and other receivables have always been the highest rate among all other items in the financial statements, comprising of more than 70% of the total sales of the bank. Then investment securities follows, as it covers more than 20% of the total sales. Just by these results, we could say that loans and investment securities are the ones that have the significant contribution to the bank's day-to-day operations. And in terms of expenses, salaries and employees' benefits and miscellaneous have the highest rate, securing over 20%. Net profit of the UBP caters only an adequate percentage of more than 30% of the total sales, which is good enough to continue their operation. From horizontal and vertical analysis, let's proceed to the ratio analysis. There are 3 different ratio analyses that we have used. These are liquidity ratio, leverage ratio, and profitability ratio. Under liquidity ratio, we have used current ratio to measure the ability of the bank to pay off its short-term liabilities. We have realized that all the current assets of UBP from 2019 to 2021 are greater in number compared to their current liabilities. Therefore, UBP's ability to pay off short-term liabilities is in a positive state. Next is leverage ratio. Under this ratio, we have used debt ratio to know how much risk does the bank has acquired. And it turns out that over 80% of the total assets comprises of liabilities, which only means that UBP has acquired high risk in terms of their reliance and dependency through borrowed funds. And lastly, profitability ratio. Under this ratio, we use the return on assets ratio. Through this, we have found that UBP generates 1.82% of profit in 2019, 1.49% in 2020 and 1.51% in 2021 from their total assets. Thus, UBP is in a decreasing state in relative to their profitability.
So now I will report about the conclusion of Union Bank of the Philippines. But first, a financial analysis will not only help you to understand your company's financial condition, but helping you to determine your creditworthiness, profitability, and ability to generate wealth, but will also provide you with a more in-depth look at how will you operate your internally. This financial analysis we choose Union Bank of the Philippines has to be conducted by various analysts to know how the bank performed over 3 consecutive years of operation. The bank's health is demonstrated above by their financial statement and analysis using horizontal, vertical, and ratio analysis. The Union Bank of the Philippines is competitive, consumer-driven market bank that is highly regarded by their customers over the 3 years operation of Union Bank of the Philippines. That the analysis have analyzed thoroughly, the Union Bank of the Philippines is providing great financial services to generally public. It is evident by surging increase of deposit and equity of the bank due to people's trust and investment. Now for recommendations, the 3 most important, the balance sheet, income statement, and statement of cash flows. Balance sheets communicate a company's worth and less asset, liabilities, and equity for reporting period. Managers can use this data to understand their business's financial position. The goal of financial analysis is to analyze whether an entity is stable, solvent, liquid, or profitability enough to warrant a monetary investment. Ultimately, a bank promotes long-term economic growth by increasing the capacity of individuals and organizations in wealth management, as well as by empowering small-scale businesses and entrepreneurs. Union Bank has long been dedicated to contributing the positive change in the country. It is used to evaluate economic trends, set financial policy, build long-term plans for business activity, and identify the projects of companies for investment. Union Bank of the Philippines financial statement for 3 consecutive years, 2019, 2020, and 2021. It indicates that their entity made progress. However, it is highly recommended that Union Bank of the Philippines should exercise discipline in loan and other product pricing, suspend the automatic triggers of corrective supervisory action while dealing with extraordinary circumstance of the pandemic, maintain the transparency, and improve their banking profitability.